Hello, everyone, and welcome back to English Fun Academy. I've got my heart pointer today, so obviously I love learning English or I love teaching English, and I love the people who love to learn English, like you. Okay, so today we're going to stick with the past simple. This is the past simple tense use number 2, and this is used to describe past situations and things. So things in the past tense, things or situations that obviously that occurred in the past. Okay, so here are some examples. Just remember situations and things. So here are some examples. We lived in Mexico for years. We do not live in Mexico now, but we lived in Mexico for years, many, many years ago. Now we do not. Okay? So it's a completed action again. They are completed actions still in use number 2. Situations are things that have no bearing on the present. Okay. We lived in Mexico for years, but we don't live there now. Okay. Next one is my father was a kind man. So perhaps my father is deceased now, but my father was a kind man. Okay. Was is an irregular verb. It's the past of go, and but this one obviously changes a lot, so it's an irregular verb. We live. This one is regular. You just add ed, or actually just add d to this one. And then the next one is it was a cold, windy day. It was a cold, windy day. So if you're talking to someone and they ask you like how was Saturday? How was Saturday? How was it? It was a cold and windy day. Okay. The next one. The children were naughty and made their mother angry. So let's say you're in the supermarket or something like that, or you're in a restaurant, and some children are being very naughty. So you're talking to your friend or you're someone in your family or someone at work, and then you say, what happened today? You're telling them just about something that annoyed you. And you say, the children were very naughty and made their mother angry. I saw some children in the supermarket. I saw some children in the restaurant. The children were very naughty and made their mother angry. It was kind of annoying. They got in the way. They took a long time, something like that. A minor annoyance, but something you might express to, a friend or family or colleague or something like that, okay? Again, a situation in the past that is completed. It really has no bearing on the present, but it happened, okay, in the past. Here's a question. What were your favorite sights when you stayed in New York? For example, if you took a trip to New York or any other city and you were talking to someone at work or, a friend of yours or something like that, what were your favorite sights when you stayed in New York? My favorite sights were Times Square and the Statue of Liberty, my favorite sights were, Broadway and, Madison Avenue or something like that. My favorite sites were, Little Italy and, Hudson Bay, something like that. My favorite sites were this, that, or the other thing. Okay, you could say many examples, just like any city in the world. What were your favorite sites when you stayed in New York? Okay, so again, this is a question. Requires a past tense answer. My favorite sites were. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, so this one is a question, obviously. And just remember, here's further detail just to expand upon, describe past situations and things. Describe situations and what other things were like in the past. So not only are you stating an event or situation in the past, but you're describing what they were like, okay? You're giving a little bit more detail about what these were like. To provide more detail, to provide more insight into the situation or the thing, the thing that you're referring to in the past tense. So again, this is just the past, the second use of the past simple. Okay, using the past simple. This is the second use of it. Okay, it's pretty straightforward. The only difficult thing, the thing that some people do find difficult, is that you have to remember the spellings of the past tense verbs. There's quite a variation. Here is lived, ed, was is irregular, was is irregular, were again is an irregular verb, made, is irregular also. Okay? And then stayed. You just have to remember the spellings of these past tense verbs because there's quite a variety of them. But other than that, like the conjugation, the tenses are pretty. The use of the tense is pretty straightforward. Okay, the rules are pretty straightforward for this one. Okay, so thank you for joining me, and I'm Byron, and I really appreciate you joining me for another another lesson in the past tense. Thank you very much, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye!